Hey everyone, Mike Burke here with InsideRealEstatePhotography.com, and today, December 23rd, 2025, the DJI drone ban goes into effect, and in this video, we're going to go over what's important to know about it. So I'm sure you've all caught wind of this by now. There's been months and months of talk about this impending DJI drone ban, and I've been sort of waiting to weigh in on it to see how it played out, but now it's finally here. So obviously this all affects us greatly as real estate photographers. Probably 99% of us are using DJI drones, so this is a big deal for all of us. It affects our livelihood, our income, etc., etc., and it's sort of inconvenient to say the least, and also annoying. Being that drones are such a big part of our industry, I would totally be remiss if I didn't make some sort of video on this channel addressing this and the concerns surrounding it. So yesterday there was a document released by the FCC sort of outlining what the parameters are of this. So I just wanted to go over the important points that are listed on there so we all have a better understanding of what's happening with it. Before we dive back into the video, I want to quickly tell you about our sponsor, Pixelmob. If you're a real estate photographer looking to lighten your workload, or struggling to find a reliable editor, or just not getting the professional results that you're looking for, then Pixelmob is the solution. Pixelmob is a platform built by real estate photographers for real estate photographers that connects you with skilled editors for all types of real estate photo editing, including but not limited to HDR blending, flambient, object removal, virtual staging, and even video editing. Every editor in their marketplace is vetted to ensure quality, and I love that there's a peer review system so you can see ratings before choosing the right editor for your job. Plus, the editors only get paid once you're fully satisfied with the results. Pixelmob is a much needed resource in our industry and can make a huge difference in your workflow. Signing up is completely free, and if you use my link, pixelmob.com/IREP, you'll get $5 in credit towards your first order. You'll also find that link down in the description of this video. So do yourself a favor and go check out Pixelmob. I'm confident that you're going to be thrilled with what they have to offer. So just a very brief history of the months leading up to this. The FCC set this date, December 23rd, as a deadline for DJI to have a full US government audit to prove that there were no national security risk and that they weren't sending information from the drones to the Chinese government, because these drones are all made in China, and that's sort of the issue that they have with them, supposedly, and the reason for this ban. I think the framing of this as a national security issue is absolutely ludicrous, and it's blatantly obvious that's not the real reason for the ban. In fact, when we take a look at the FCC document, I think it's clear to see that it's not the real reason. From what I understand and seen from the internet is that DJI was welcoming a US government audit. They said, come take a look at whatever you want. We'll prove to you that we're not a security risk. The US government did not lift a finger and had zero intention of actually following through with an audit. They just wanted them banned. As it's outlined in the FCC document that we're going to take a look at, President Trump signed an executive order called Unleashing American Drone Dominance. They want all drones to be made here in the USA, and there's strong evidence to support many theories that a lot of people in government have personal financial investments in American drone companies, and they want to see DJI out of the way because they obviously completely dominate the market, and if they're in the picture, these other American drone companies don't stand a chance. All right, so real quick, let's take a look at the FCC document. I'm not going to bore you to death here and read through the whole document or anything. There's really only a couple of points that I think are really important that we need to know. So these first couple paragraphs just really outline the reason behind the ban, which I think is one important point, which states, as President Trump stated in the Restoring American Airspace Sovereignty Executive Order, unmanned aircraft systems, otherwise known as drones, offer the potential to greatly enhance public safety and innovation. At the same time, criminals, hostile foreign actors, and terrorists can use them to present new and serious threats to our homeland. As the United States prepares to host several mass gathering events, including the 2026 FIFA World Cup, America 250 celebrations, and the 2028 LA Summer Olympics, the federal government is taking additional actions to safeguard Americans and restore American airspace sovereignty. Additionally, as President Trump's Unleashing American Drone Dominance Executive Order and National Security Strategy outlined, ensuring a strong and resilient drone industrial base is an economic and national security priority. Relying on foreign-made UAS threatens national security. All right, so there you have the first real important point of this document, which is the reason behind this ban. which again is national security reasons, and also they want drones to be made here in America for economic reasons, etc., etc. So the other important point of this document that we're going to look into now is, what does this mean about all the DJI drones that we all own already? And what does this mean about buying drones in the future, which I think is what we all care about most at this point. So let's take a look at that. So this is the paragraph that addresses what I was just talking about, which states, as specified below, today's decision does not impact a consumer's ability to continue using drones they previously purchased or acquired, nor does today's decision prevent retailers from continuing to sell, import, or market device models approved earlier this year or previously through the FCC's equipment authorization process. By operation of the FCC's covered list rules, the restrictions imposed by today's decision apply to new device models. And additionally, at the very end of the document, there's sort of the bullet points of this. What does this mean? New devices on the covered list, such as foreign-made drones, are prohibited from receiving FCC authorization and are therefore prohibited from being imported for use or sale in the U.S. This update to the covered list does not prohibit the import, sale, or use of any existing device models the FCC previously authorized. This action does not affect any previously purchased drone. Consumers can continue to use any drone they have already lawfully purchased or acquired. All right, so that's the second important point of the document, probably the most important point that we all want to know. So all the drones we have already are good to use indefinitely. They will not be prohibited. You're not doing anything illegal by using your existing DJI drones that you have purchased legally already. Also, retailers are still allowed to sell already approved drones. So the ones that are already out, the Air 3S, Mavic 3 Pro. I don't know if the Mavic 4 Pro is on that list or not. I don't know if the FCC ever approved that. I think they did. So I think Mavic 4 Pros are allowed. So you're allowed to purchase any of those. Unfortunately, none of the retailers really have any of these to purchase, as I think a lot of us are already aware of. So they're hard to get, but you still can buy them. And hopefully, now that this is out and sort of cleared up, hopefully DJI will send stock to the US and we'll be able to purchase these drones for at least a while, maybe the next couple years. I just got my hands on a Mavic 4 Pro not long ago, so I just got a drone, which is fresh new tech. So like I'm good for hopefully the next 3 years at least with that, or even more. These things should hold up for years. So the existing DJI tech is great. Obviously, they have a great lineup of drones. I mean, the quality and the tech in these things should be good enough for at least the next 3 years, I would say, if not longer. The big question is, a few years down the line from now, when these DJI drones are starting to feel old and outdated, what are we all going to do then? Hopefully, the American drone companies that we're all forced to now deal with will have caught up by then, and I think that's very far-fetched. They're not even close. You know, we can barely get an American drone right now that's like Mavic 1 Pro tech level, which was years and years and years ago. So I think we're far away from any American company even touching or coming close to what DJI offers. So this is a very big disappointment. You know, hopefully in 3 years from now, some sort of workaround or maybe some agreement will be reached. I don't know how far-fetched that is, but I'm really hoping so, because DJI makes such an excellent product. And we all come to rely so heavily on, you know, these drones for our business and our livelihood. So we really need a good solution and a good product that we can have in our arsenal. So best of luck to you, DJI. I hope this all gets sorted out one way or another, or maybe they can, you know, start an American-based company which they can supply parts to and they can be assembled here. Maybe there's some sort of workaround for this. I really hope so. You know, let's all keep our fingers crossed. All right, guys, so that's about it for this video. Please leave a comment down below and let me know what you think about all this. I would love to know all your thoughts. Thanks so much for watching this video. If you found it helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. I really appreciate your support. Please take a look down in the description below. I got links down there to a lot of great resources. Pixelmob, the sponsor of this video, a great resource for finding editors for your photos, videos, or anything real estate media based. I got links down there to editing practice packs, sky replacement packs that I've created, gear recommendations, etc., etc. A lot of great resources down there, so please take a look. Thanks again so much for watching this video. Happy holidays to you all, and I'll see you again soon in the next one.